Now, did you ever get robbed at the store?
Marla, we got robbed so many times. Got and burglaries. We actually at night after I locked the door and came home, I was wondering, would the police be calling me and I have to go back and because of they broken into the store. They'd usually break the window to the door or one of the front windows, the whole panel. They would break it out, and we would have to go down, and then I'd have to call one of the people who did carpenter work, and they'd have to come in and have an enclosure completed before we could open up the next day. But in addition to that, there was so much thievery. I just can't imagine what the figure would be if you actually knew how much merchandise we lost during those 40 years. But, of course, fortunately, most of our big inventory was in appliances, and they couldn't steal those. But we did have them trying to steal radios, trying to steal VCRs, and when they would break in, they were stealing television. And the most unusual thievery that we had a Negro lady and a man accompanying her come in, and they were looking at the VCRs, and the lady, as she was walking out, the lady who worked at the store, Fern Edwards, she had a real sharp eye, and she noticed that she was walking rather strange, and so she approached her, and the lady screamed. She had the VCR between her legs. She was walking out that way, and she ran out. Well, I ran after her, and I caught up with her in the alley, and I grabbed her arm, and you never felt such a muscular arm in all your life. Anyway, she got away from me. As we were running down the alley, here a policeman, a fireman, came out of one of the buildings, and he just looked at her. He saw her running and me running after her, and he just looked at her. But she kept running, and so then I came back to the store, and I called the police. Well, when I called them, they wanted to know all about my history, my name and everything, and I really exploded. I said, she did. She got him and she ran out, and that's all I'm going to tell you, and I just hung up. Well, anyway, they actually found her. She was hiding down by the highway in a weed patch. And somebody had seen her go in there and reported it to the police. Police went down, they found her, and they brought her up in the car, and they wanted me to identify her, which I did, but she had been using drugs, and she didn't react at all. She was just kind of like a zombie person.